You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we're going to be talking about Cowboys Hall of Fame wide receiver Michael Irvin here in this video, who also works for the NFL at NFL Network and also ESPN. As you guys know, Michael Irvin was actually sent home from the Super Bowl because of an allegation from some woman that actually worked for Marriott. However, he was never actually told what he actually did. I find that interesting, guys, that I actually put up a video last week and he still didn't know what he was being accused of. Now, only yesterday, Rose actually put up a video on this. We find out the allegations, but for some reason, Marriott refuses to comply with two judges who told them they must release the tape, and they still haven't done it. And I'm wondering why. But let's focus on the NFL, guys, because now we know the NFL's involvement in this. Look here on Pro Football Talk. Marriott NFL interviewed employee review video in Michael Irvin case. So it seems like Marriott went to the NFL, had their people come over, look at the tape, and then they sent Michael Irvin home. But yet the NFL still never told Michael Irvin what he was being accused of. And then ESPN takes Michael Irvin off the air as well. Guys, if I'm Michael Irvin, he needs to sue ESPN and he needs to sue the NFL, because right now he's only sued Marriott and this unnamed woman. He still doesn't even know the name of his accuser, suing them for $100 million. Let's look at this, guys. In connection with his Super Bowl week suspensions by NFL Network and ESPN, Hall of Fame receiver Michael Irvin has sued only Marriott for now. And I do mean for now, because I believe this may end up changing, and Michael Irvin is probably going to end up suing the NFL and ESPN, Walt Disney, whatever you want to call them. NFL Network and in turn the NFL could have potential liability to Irvin. A recent court filing made by Marriott underscores the possibility. In a Friday motion aimed at preventing Irvin's lawyers from releasing the surveillance video and limiting the things said publicly about the case, Marriott put plenty of its cards on the table regarding the allegations made against Irvin. All right, so I guess now Michael Irvin's lawyer actually does have the tape, but they don't want it to be released publicly. If Michael Irvin actually said something so bad, then why wouldn't you want the public to actually see that tape? What is Marriott actually trying to hide here? Many of those specific allegations, unsupported by any affidavits or other actual evidence, were reported by Michael Glicken, I don't know how you pronounce his name, of the Dallas Morning News, and explained in a Saturday item here. But there's much more as it relates to the NFL's role in the process that culminated in the decision to remove Irvin from the network for the week preceding the Super Bowl. Marriott contends in its motion that the day after the incident, the NFL sent its investigator to the hotel and asked if the victim was willing to speak with her. The unnamed Marriott employee agreed to the interview, repeating her version of the interaction with Irvin. Now, there's actually witnesses that are supporting Michael Irvin said he has done nothing wrong. Quote, the NFL investigator then asked to review the video, and the hotel allowed her to do so, Marriott's lawyers wrote. Following her review of the video, the NFL investigator escalated the matter, and additional NFL personnel quickly arrived at the hotel. Marriott's lawyers contend that from this point forward, the NFL took over the situation, culminating in Irvin being removed from the hotel. These allegations raise plenty of questions, and they necessitate thorough discovery efforts to learn things said to NFL employees and by NFL employees. Now, one thing I have not heard, I don't think that the NFL actually interview Michael Irvin? I don't think so, because like I said, Michael Irvin didn't even know what he was alleged to have said or did. The NFL, they just sent him home. Something seems very, very fishy to me about this whole situation. I mean, has the NFL colluded with Marriott? I don't know. What about ESPN? Because they also removed him from the air. It appears that the unnamed employee of the Marriott hotel repeated her versions of the events multiple times. How consistent or not will those versions be? How consistent or not will they be with the detailed and at times graphic account in Marriott's motion? Yeah. The question of how far this escalated both within the NFL and Marriott organizational charts also needs to be resolved. Who was involved in the decision making? Did everyone agree? Was the evidence at any point embellished or exaggerated to secure the necessary approvals to take Irvin off the air? Those and many other questions will be need to be answered at some point. For now, the point is that the NFL, based on Marriott's latest motion, became heavily involved in the process. At a minimum, that will make the NFL and multiple employees key sources of evidence for Irvin's case against Marriott. It also could result in the NFL becoming a party to the case, added to the proceedings directly by Irvin or as a third-party defendant by Marriott. There's one more wrinkle to watch. ESPN, here we go, at some point decided to take Irvin off the air. Where and how and when did ESPN get its information? Did it come from Marriott or did it come from the NFL directly? And so while the core question in this matter flows from what was said and done by Irvin during his interaction with the unnamed Marriott employee, important collateral questions exist regarding the things the NFL did to explore the situation, the things said by and between NFL and Marriott employees, and the things possibly said by and between the NFL and or Marriott employees and ESPN. There may be some type of collusion here, if you ask me. Don't know that for certain, but I still find it very, very disturbing, guys, that the NFL interviewed this woman, interviewed Marriott, and then just sends Michael Irvin home, suspended, and they don't tell him what he was alleged to have done. And then Marriott actually refused to actually turn over the videotape to Michael Irvin's lawyers. 2 judges told him to do it. But now it looks like Michael Irvin's lawyer actually has it. Last time I checked, Michael Irvin never even saw the tape because they wouldn't release it to the lawyer. He just looked at the tape, and Michael Irvin's still waiting to actually see the tape. But now that Michael Irvin's lawyer, I guess, has the tape, they don't want it released publicly. What do you have to hide, Marriott? The NFL, ESPN? A lot of questions here. It seems like Marriott is definitely trying to hide something. They don't want this to be public. The tape is what it is, right? That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.